Whew. What's good with y'all, YouTube? Ugh, what the fuck? What's going on with y'all? It's your boy Royal. We're here at my setup this time. This is where I edit videos, play games, do everything. I wanted to make this video here just to give it a more like homey feel. You feel me? I want y'all to feel like you're right next to me. It is December 29th, 2025. We're 2 days from the new year. Bro, this year went by mad fast. Like I don't understand how we even got here. So today I wanted to bring to y'all a recap of my entire year. It's been full of crazy highs, some of the lowest lows, but in between I am actually happy with how this year came out. Since we have a lot to go through, I'm splitting it into 4 parts. So we're gonna have Q1 all the way to Q4, 3 months in each. And we're just gonna talk about things I did, and yeah, let's get into it. All right, to top off Q1, we got my first brand shoot. My first brand shoot was January like 3rd. I think I literally came off my skiing trip and went straight to the shoot. That was my first time doing a brand shoot, so you know what I'm saying, I was a little iffy. But that was like one of my first like real photo shoots where I felt like I had to perform. That was also my first time working with Jeff, or as I call him, Mr. 5M, and the M stand for motion. I don't gotta say too much. If you know, you know. One of my favorite pictures actually came from that photo shoot. It was the one I used on every social media. I used it for my contact photo. February. So much happened in this month. So the first concept shoot I did of that year was actually like this nerd shoot. My boy Carve decided to host a nerd themed like yearbook photo shoot type vibe. So I dressed up as a nerd and did like kind of like a JID hairstyle. I got to get really creative with this. This was my first time like with my own like accord. Like they just let us do whatever. I feel like I did pretty good. It was definitely a different look and I met a lot of cool people there. It was actually kind of a vibe, no bullshit. So in between doing that first concept shoot, I actually had my first fashion show. It was a fashion show for my school. I go to Wentworth. I actually walked for Prophet Envoy. First time wearing the clothes, first time walking the stage. It was a great time. Love everybody that was a part of that. So then to end off February, I actually did a Black History Month shoot. It was actually the first time I did full face makeup. So that was a pretty good experience because I had never had to do it. But I was a cyborg and I was having the time of my life because after the shoot was done, me and my friends, we went to go get food, and quite literally, I was just walking around like a cyborg in the middle of Boston. So during that shoot, I used various different props. It was also my first time getting directed. So, all right, to finish off Q1, we have March. Now, if you know anything about March 2025 was the most insane month for anybody that's in the content space. I have a friend, her name is Empress. She hosts like different photo shoot events and community events that we do, and she decided, hey, we're gonna go to this park and it's gonna be a shoot called The Flyest. This opened so many doors for everybody. Shout out to Empress, she really killed that shit, and like it was so much thought put into it. So in March I also did another brand shoot. It was where my infamous grills picture came in. That was for my boys brand Miguel. Shout out Miguel. Shout out Society 66. That was probably one of the biggest pictures I'm actually known for, which is like pretty funny to me. Then to end off March, we did a yearbook shoot. I believe it was called Uniquely You. So my boy T3 took a whole bunch of pictures of me, whole bunch of great pictures. That was a pretty fun shoot too as well. So kicking off Q2, we have April, which held Strictly Thrifts. Strictly Thrifts was an idea from my boy Leon. He decided, hey, I'm gonna do this small little shoot in this thrift store, and then I'm gonna have an overarching bigger shoot. Those pictures came out crazy, I'm not gonna lie. The entire outfit had to be thrifted. If it wasn't fully thrifted, you weren't coming in. I met a lot of cool people at this photo shoot, and it even like gave us the announcement of making our own group. Nearing the end of April, we did a night shoot with some of TSG and some of Empress's friends. It was a great time. We had a great night. We took some crazy pictures. So May, my boy Chris decided to have the brilliant idea to do a mafia themed photo shoot. That's where some of my craziest edits came from. I literally made myself Scarface. Who doing that? Not you. You're not doing that. I even smoked a bogey for the first time that shoot, so it was great. Actually, hold on, I still got the bogeys. You need a bogey, gang? I need my nicotine. It's a fake cigarette, I promise. It's fake as fuck. It's fake, but it pulls like a real one. Do I look like the type to smoke real bogeys, nigga? Let's be honest. Be honest. Do I look like a bogey smoker? So at the end of May is when I did my first shoot with Ethereal too. He had this project he had to do for his school. We even did like a little short film and everything. It was pretty cool. So to start the end of Q2, we have my boy Leon that did a freshman class shoot where I got to dress like a nerd again. It was pretty fun. I like dressing like a nerd. You're seeing the same photographers come around multiple times. We're pretty loyal over here. Then we had a fashion show in the middle of June where I walked for not only Miguel, but also my boy Joseph, which is Answer Critics. And ending off Q2 was the Good News is Near shoot with my boy Reese. Now, Reese made Profit Envoy, the same brand that I walked for in my Wentworth fashion show. That photo shoot actually came out really well. I'm actually on the website in a few of the pictures in the hoodie, which is pretty cool. Shout out Reese. We're actually pretty good friends now. Photographer for the Good News is Near shoot was also Imroyal Pics. This is the first time I met him. Shout out DJ. All my photographers are good, bro. What the fuck? Like, what? Like, how am I supposed to, like, I can't keep bigging up everybody. All right, Q3, we're starting in July, my birthday month. So I actually did an outside shoot with Taj. He really was there for like a good 6 hours till it got dark. So come my birthday, so I just said midget wrestling, like out of a meme. I wasn't being serious. Then my friend actually found midget wrestling, so we went. It was probably one of the most entertaining things I've ever seen live. I'm not gonna lie. Then near the end of July, we actually did a cowboy theme shoot, which was probably one of my biggest posts of the year. A lot of women like that shoot. So the end of July, early August, I actually did a shoot with Greenstone Studios. I was helping them out with a shirt drop and they were taking these cool pictures. We ended up on a rooftop, allegedly. Then in the middle of August, my boy Andrew decided to host an emo/grungy shoot. End of August into September, I went to New York with them man them. It was to celebrate my friend EB's birthday. We literally did pretty much whatever we wanted there. In September was when I was starting school, so things did slow down a bit. For the first half of September, I actually walked in this fashion show called The Private Show. It was a great time. Shout out Lenny, shout out Ruby. Then at some point during September, I did a brand shoot for Go Getters. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all, you know what I'm saying? We're getting to the final quarter of the year, which is Q. Get a So to start off October, I did a lifestyle shoot with my boy DJ once again. Had the little Carhartt on with the Jinko jeans. It was a pretty fun shoot. And after that, I actually went to Chicago for the first time. It was actually the first time I had seen Chris for a few months. It was nice to see my boy. Me and Chris also did a creative shoot where I was basically half naked. Came out really well, and it did really well on my Instagram. Near the end of October, my boy Stefan actually passed away. RIP to my brother, man. It still honestly doesn't feel real. He was a vibrant soul and love him to death. And finally in December, I did 2 photo shoots that I can't show you just yet. I did a photo shoot with my friend Farah and Jeff. Then finally, we did a photo shoot with Profit Envoy, which you actually saw in the last video. Evidently, like, it was a great year, and I feel like once you get through the year, even those like bad moments kind of turn into good moments too, because you learned something and you focused up on it and got through it. And I feel like that's the most important part. But that will end off my time here. I appreciate you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, because I do not show up anywhere. When you search my name up, I don't show up. So if you want to make sure that you see my videos, hit that bell. Appreciate all of you, and we're gonna see what this next year holds for me, bro. I'm out of here though. Mic drop type shit.